Ready for a road trip to MVL? Today we're reviewing the 2025 id.buzz. Thanks for watching. If you're looking to source a car consignment, have us find a car, or even if you found a car and you're looking for financing, feel free to reach out to us at MVL. My contact's below. Enjoy the video. All right, getting out of that thing's a little bit of a step, but today we're reviewing the 2025 id.buzz, and honestly, I think this car is really cool. So the heritage of this vehicle comes from the famous original wagon, the wagon bus that Volkswagen made, but this is more like a modernized launch to it. So it came out in 2017, and to be honest with you, I think it looks great. It's different from anything else in the market. You got the big VW badge here, you know what it is, and it's the perfect family road trip car. Like if I'm in LA, I'm buying one of these things, 100%. Driving the coast in this would be awesome. I'd even put like a little Thule rack up top. I don't surf, I cannot surf, but I just throw the boards up there for cosmetic. I think it looks cool. This car is finished in solar beam, which is the yellow. You can also get in like a light blue color, but I think the yellow is the way to go. And honestly, out of all the cars in the showroom, no pun intended, this is the car getting the buzz. People don't know what it is, they're curious. Brand new, it starts at like 100. That's what they started at, which I thought was crazy. But there's manufacturer rebates on it now, so you can pick up something like this for like $60,000, and it's jammed. It's got everything. So you'll have front sensors, rear sensors, adaptive cruise control. The two-tone, that's standard. You can just choose between, I think it's the solar beam blue, and then there's almost like a greenish color. If we come into the side, huge interior. The North American edition does get the 3 rows, where in Europe, I think you can get 2, but I'd want the full extended body on this because I think it looks cool. And you know, I don't ever have more than 3 people in the car, but just to drive it, I don't care. I love it. I'm driving a bus. That's what this is. And Volkswagen nailed it. So this is the all-wheel drive edition. So you'll have roughly just under 400 kilometers via range. It's a 93.5 kilowatt battery. And you'll also have roughly like, I think it's like 355 horsepower, but electric. So that's quick. In a car like this size, it actually moves well. It'd be equivalent to almost like a V6 if you want to put in like a motorhead kind of perspective. But if we keep coming around, look at these rims, classic. Again, they kept that retro feel to it. So it's like a modern retro vehicle that they were going for. They got the first edition here. They got the badge here. Cosmetically, again, I think it looks awesome. As you saw, the little windows, I think that's pretty cool. Not many vans, actually, I don't think I've ever seen a van have that because they have the traditional window, but look at the size of this thing, it's huge. So I don't know if you'd want your window to open like that. It'd almost be like a panoramic roof on the side of the car, which would probably kill your ears if one is open while you're driving. But again, I think this is a cool touch. You saw me jump out of it. It is spacious. You can fit through. If we come on over again, if I want to point out the id.buzz, you have your little ID here on the puddle light. That is standard. Again, so pretty much Volkswagen just threw all their tech into this vehicle and they said, you know what? We're going to revive the van. We're going to bring this back. We're going to put a modern tech look to it. We're going to put the electric battery in it because it is fuel efficient. And I feel like the people kind of buying this car traditionally were more like of a road trip family kind of guy, whatever it is. You may even be eccentric, let's just say. Back in the day, they used to bring these buses to parties. I watched a couple videos at like Woodstock and you saw some pretty cool liveries of this thing. So again, they just wanted to bring like a modern feel to that. And I think they nailed it, to be honest with you. So let's hop on in. All right, we're getting into this thing. I think it looks great. I do think this thing needs a running board to get in because it is a little bit high for someone like 5'8", but that's fine, whatever. I'm sure they're not just thinking about me getting into this car. But here we are, we're in it. The space in here is crazy. The A pillar, the B pillar, like you can see everything in your peripheral vision. So on a truck like this, or like a van, I would say, a lot of people would be like, the B pillar is kind of in your face. You can't really see anything, but the visibility in this car is unbelievable. You got your little dash here, which I think is kind of cool, but a lot of brands seem to be doing this. But I would prefer it to be a little bit bigger and not attached to the steering wheel. To me, I think that would cosmetically look better. But to be fair, pretty much every EV company is doing that as of now. And you got your big 12.9 touchscreen, which again, I feel like if a car doesn't have that now, it's not modern. I kind of like analog, but again, every automotive brand is doing this. And I find this to be incredibly intuitive. So Google Maps is automatically uploaded in the id.buzz. So like if you, like most people, like in myself, in my car, I would have to use Waze for live traffic, but you have that instantly because there's a SIM card in the vehicle, which doesn't expire, which is nice. So you got your big home button here, which is nice. You got your panoramic roof. So right now, we actually have that closed, but you can click a button. So you just click vehicle settings here. And I think I'll have to turn the car on. It's on. It's electric. Remember, you won't hear anything. It's peaceful. So we'll click the little car here and you'd be able to go into your interior. You can adjust your heads-up display. You can also adjust that display. All right, so this is considered closed or open, sorry. And you can change it. It's smart glass, so that's closed. So it's like a translucent film that goes across and eliminates all light, which is nice. There's tons of other things you can adjust in this car, sorry. Like right now we have the lights red. You can do that in pretty much any color you'd like. You can change your heads-up display, which is nice. So you can calibrate it lower, higher, whatever it is, which is nice. Exterior wise, it's pretty cool is because you don't have that original infotainment in front of you where you can see your tire pressures. All your car settings are under vehicle and they did a really good job. Like take a look at this screen. Whatever you want to see or touch, like they've made it very minimal. Okay, mirrors. I want to adjust my mirrors. I want to see what's going on with my mirrors. Exterior lights, tires, headlights. Like that's all you need. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's keep it nice and easy, and they've done a great job at that. And then you'll have obviously your 4-zone climate control, your parking sensors you can turn on and or off, and you'll be able to open and or close the big doors in the back. Let's go take a look at the back. All right, welcome to the back. You got 3 rows again. You can option for a 2-row, I think, in Europe, but I love the 3, and the space back here is incredible. Like I've got nothing to worry about. I've liked the little armchairs that I have for my little hands here. It's comfortable. The leather, the finishing is great. Even to access the back, like your laneway here, like I can walk through normally. Like I'm not squishing or anything like that. Like it's pretty easy to get back there. And then I do love the little brown finishing in the car. You can option it for black as well, but it does have the deviated stitch if you want to look to solar beam to match the yellow exterior. Let's take a look at the trunk. All right. It's a little bit of a jump to get out. To close the door, it's not your traditional handle. There's actually a little button here and it closes for you. Again, hold on. Before we go all the way to the back, let's touch on these rims again. Sick. I love them. I think traditionally that's how they should look. If they did any other alloy on this car, it'd almost be weird, but I think they did a great job bringing this like retro fit to the id.buzz. To open the trunk, pretty straightforward. Just a little button underneath. You can kick for hand motion for it to open for you. So when the seats are up, not a whole lot of space, but what they did do is they almost like made like a little bench. So you'll have like 2 little storage things here if you're traveling or whatever it is. And then you'd also be able to throw like the charger. So you have the level 2 charger. It takes about 6 hours, I think, to fully charge the vehicle when you're at home. And then probably 20 to 30 minutes if you're at like a DC charge in a public place. But let's fold these seats. So you just pull the traditional little lever at the bottom, and then you got massive space. So if you're not really gonna utilize that third row and you're thinking this is more practical, soccer bags, hockey bags, just for the family, groceries, whatever it is, there's pretty much nothing that you can't fit in this car that you would take in a vehicle, which is nice. I love it. I love it. Lots of buzz about the id.buzz. There's a trailer hitch on this, so you can tow up to, I think it's 5,000 pounds. Don't quote me, but I think it is 5,000. Again, it's all-wheel drive, so you'll have the 4Motion, which is nice. You got your big VW badge, boom, just like the traditional bus that they did have, and then the id.buzz below. This is the first edition. Every vehicle is a first edition because it's the first launch. Again, love those rims. You will have your charger here. As long as the car is unlocked, which it's locked right now, you just push like so, and it opens for you. But again, look how many steps it takes to get by this thing. It's massive. The road presence of this is incredible. I love it, honestly. I think we have a lot of cars here that you think would turn people's heads more, but I do find people asking more questions about what is the id.buzz, what is this thing? It's really cool. It's practical. You got almost 300 and plus horsepower on the vehicle, 400 kilometers via range. If you think about that, everyone's got this logic, oh, electric, I'm nervous. I get that, but how many people drive more than 400 kilometers a day? Not many. I live about probably 60, 70 kilometers away, which is probably the average commute for someone in the GTA, but it would be able to get you to home, work, even if you have something after work, you can easily get there and you can plug it in at night. So you let me know, is the id.buzz something that you would consider for a family car? Is it something that you think is cool? Let me know down below. I'm Jonathan, and thanks for watching.